For my passion project, I'm making a video about the gun I most recently bought, which is the Kel Tec KSG shotgun. The shotgun was designed by George Kellgren and started being manufactured in 2011. The gun weighs 6.9 pounds, is 26.1 inches long, 7 inches high, and has a barrel length of 18.5 inches. The gun holds 14 2 3/4 inch shells and is fed by a pump action. When they are made, the KSG doesn't have any sights, so when I got my KSG, I put a red dot sight on it. But you don't have to have a red dot sight. You can also have iron sights or a scope, or just not have any sights at all. Other attachments available are a vertical hand grip, which would look like this if I was holding it. That is to make it so it's easier to aim. It gives you a little more stability. Also, you can get a sling just as a different way to hold it. The majority of the gun safety that I learned was at the hunter safety course I took when I was younger. When it comes to gun safety, a good thing to remember is T.A.B.K, which is something I learned at hunter safety. What that stands for is treat every firearm as if it is loaded, always point the muzzle of your firearm in a safe direction, be certain of your target and what lies beyond, and keep your finger out of the trigger guard until ready to shoot. If you do these 4 simple things, you'll be safe while you're shooting. Okay, so to use the KSG, it's quite simple once you know what you're doing. So first of all, to load it, it's pretty simple. There are 2 different barrels that hold the shells. So the selector right here is to the left, which means you have to put it in the left barrel, and then once that's full, you switch it over and you load them into the right barrel until that has 7 more, and then it's full. So I'll do that now. So I put it back to the left side. Alright, here, get closer up. So now, as you can see, you can see it in there and it's full, so now I'm gonna switch to the other side and put 7 more in there. Alright, now that it's full, I'm gonna put my hearing protection in because this thing is quite loud. Alright, now I'm going to turn my sight on. Safety's off, it's time to shoot. Alright, now that I've shot it 7 times, I have to move the selector over to the other side. Now it's ready to shoot again. Alright, the gun's empty now, so I turned my sight off, put the safety on. Now when you're done shooting, you always want to make sure you pick up all your shells. You don't want to just leave them laying around. Especially when you're on, if you're shooting on someone else's property or if you're in the middle of a field, because, it's kind of hard to plant corn with a bunch of shells right in the middle of the field. So when I'm done, I always clean these up. And now we're going to take a look at those pumpkins I just shot. So this is the one that I shot from closer range, obviously. I got a little dirt. I'm not very good aim, but as you can see, looks pretty gross in there. made a pretty big hole through it. The one over here, since it was farther away, I didn't penetrate it as much. It's just a bunch of smaller holes. But you know, I always think it looks cool to take a look at your target when you're done shooting, see what it looks like. You can see there's a few that went all the way through and came out the back. The first part to clean a gun is to make sure it's empty. I can see that it's empty, cock it back. Now the next part is to take the gun apart. Now for the KSG, there are two little pins right here that you can pull out. And the nice thing about Kel-Tech is they put two little holes right there. That way you can just put the pins right there while you're cleaning it and you're not going to lose them. So now that those are out, this part just kind of pops out like so. Then the stock of the gun. And the last part, you take this back, pull the pin out. That's all you gotta do to take it apart. That's pretty simple. Next part is to clean the barrel. So first on my wire brush, I'm gonna stick it all the way through until I can see it. Next part, take that out. And next part is to take a little paper towel, put some cleaner on it. A little too much. It happens. Then I put this down the barrel until I can see it come out the other side. And it's a little dirty, not too bad. Then you get another dry paper towel. This gets the remaining cleaner out. You don't want that left in there. All the way till you can see it come out. Next, I'm going to clean the inside of the gun with a little lubricant. You can see how dirty that was. Dry that off. Alright, that's all there is to cleaning it. Now all you gotta do is put it back together, which can be a little tricky sometimes. First part is to make sure your pump is all the way back. Then you get this. You're going to slide this in here at a 90-degree angle. And then flip it up till it rests in there. Then now when I pushed it forward, you could hear it click. That means you did it right. Next is to put the stock back on. So you just slide it. Alright, so now that's in there. Then this part, there's two little grooves that go right into something right there. That's all the way down. Now we take our pins out, put them back in the same place. Alright, now we pump it and make sure everything looks and sounds good. Looks good. That's how you clean a gun.